So hello guys, welcome to my channel. So in this video I will teach you how to configure the FortiAuthenticator on the FortiGate as a RADIUS server. So first of all I will explain you exact connectivity. So when the user is connected, you want to connect to the Wi-Fi. So what exact authentication is done? So first of all, what done, user will be open the laptop and then it will try to connect the SSID. So in the SSID the user will get username password. So when user is uh, username fill the username password, the request will go to the first of all access point. So this is my access points, and after that access point will directed this request to the FortiAuthenticator, means that is the RADIUS server. So user will be get authenticated by the this FortiAuthenticator, means any RADIUS server you can assume. So once you FortiAuthenticator will be verify the username, after that it will verify the password, then it will get the authenticator by RADIUS server, then user will be get connected to the firewall. So means the user will get connected to its to get the internet. So once what exactly policies are called in the verify based on the username, so that will be user will be get the access to the internet, what services are allowed to that user. So that is the exact connectivity. So I will start the configuration part. So first of all, if you have means virtual machine, you are installed the virtual machine on you want to install the on the virtual machine this FortiAuthenticator. So you need to download the OS file. So once OS installed, the first configuration is what you need to configure the interface. Once this interface configuration done, so you need to enable this admin access, that is SSH and GUI, to get the access of this. Once this setting done, after that you need to configure the static routing. This is the main thing you need to configure. So means you need to get the what is your gateway, and after that which subnet need to allow for this. I put this default, that is 00. You can put your network which you want to. This is the first step. So once this step done, so next step is I will show you exactly what you need to do. So you can see that in the authentication setting, you can see RADIUS server. In the RADIUS server you need to go to the clients. In the clients you need to type the your FortiGate. So I will type the FortiGate IP. Once this FortiGate IP done, so I will type the my FortiGate firewall IP. So you can see here I have login access of the FortiGate firewall. I will log in it, and you can see that this is the RADIUS setting. So currently there is no means my authenticator IP is 172.16.1.72 and RADIUS FortiGate IP is 30.20.1. So FortiGate IP I need to configure here 172.30.20.1 in the client address. Once that done, you can also type subnet range what you want. So this secret key I am creating the new one. Okay, so this secret key you need to configure in the FortiGate. So where you need to configure it? So I will in the FortiGate setting you need to go to the user and authentication. Then in the RADIUS server settings you can see create new option. In the create new options you can type here, I will type here FAQ, that is the my FortiAuthenticator. So in the FortiAuthenticator you can see here primary server, means you need to put here the your FortiAuthenticator IP. So what is my FortiAuthenticator IP? That is the 172.16.1.72. So I will type here 172.16.1.72. So this secret key, means I am typing here, okay, this secret key and this secret key need to match. If this secret key is not matched, then your connectivity would not be established. Okay, so and in the RADIUS attribute for user IP you can put it default as it now. I will explain in the next video what exactly attribute, why it's used and how it works in the next video. In the RADIUS attribute for users also you can put call session ID, means what is the user MAC, that information you will get here. Once this is done, you need to click on the support RADIUS disconnect message. You need to enable accept RADIUS accounting message for enforcement and require client to send message authenticator attribute. This setting not needed, but if you require to classify the group or username based on the attribute, so you can enable this setting, and just I need to click on the save. Once this setting done, okay. So same setting I have in the FortiGate firewall. I need to configure the primary server, that is authenticator IP and secret key, which I have shown you. Just I need to click on the OK, or you can also click on the test connectivity. But you can see now what is missing, that thing also I will explain. So you can see can't contact radius server. So what is the next troubleshooting part? So just I will click on here, diagnose sniffer packet any host, and I will put here my FortiAuthenticator IP, and after that I will try to retest the connectivity. Just you need to once sniffer enable, you need to click on the test connectivity, and so now you can see that my traffic is getting out, means this is the UDP, that is a two-way handshake. So my traffic is getting out to the 1.72, but response is not getting. So why response is not getting? So that will I will also explain you. So most important part in the this configuration, if this configuration not here, so you can't connect this radius server connectivity. So that I will tell you, that is simple connectivity, that is in the in the network first of all in the system, click on the system, then in the network you can see interface options. In the interface setting, this is the most important part. In the services you can see this more services. So just for the radius server, means radius authentication, you need to enable this radius auth, that is UDP port 182. You can see here my traffic is going to the UDP port 1812, but request is not getting via FortiAuthenticator. So why? Here is this service is not enabled on the FortiAuthenticator. So this is the main step of the FortiAuthenticator to FortiGate connectivity. So I will enable this both setting for the 1812, that is used for authentication, and 1813, that is used for the accounting. So just I will click on the save. So you can see this this type of information, means this server will be get restarted to apply the new configurations. So once this done, you also need to verify is this setting apply. So you can see yes, this setting is apply. Sometimes it's not getting apply, that's why I am saying to you. So just after completing that, you need to go into the authentication, and in the radius server you need to see that this is the my client, that is the FortiGate. Okay, so after that I need to create the policies. So what policy I need to create? So I will create here FortiGate. Okay, and in the radius client you can see this is the my 30.20.1 is the radius client. So I will just click on it, and I will put this right arrow, and you can see it's added in the chosen radius client. So just I will click on the next, then radius authentication request must contain specific attribute. So I will click enable. If you want to enable it, you can enable. If you don't want attribute based, you can also, you can't do this step. So authentication type will be password OTP authentications. If you want MAC based authentication or client certificates, you can do it. Just by default is password OTP authentications, and in the username, this is the most important part, that is the here you need to create the RELM. So just I need to click in the filter group, and I need to add the group. So just what I will do, I will select this my LDAP RELM, and just I will click on there, and I will add the group in the my user groups. So just done, then you need to click on the next step, and in the all configured password and OTP factors, means this is the by default setting. So if you want password only, OTP only, so that setting you can enable, but by default you need to enable all configure password and OTP factors, and just then click on the next, and this is the final step, save and exit. Once this done, so just you need to go to the FortiGate, and you need to test the connectivity. So you can see it's successfully FortiGate to RADIUS server, that is the FortiAuthenticator connectivity is done. And in the sniffer packet also you can see that in and out I am now getting seen. Okay, so this is the very easy step to how to configure the on the FortiAuthenticator on the FortiGate. This is the most important setting is what most of administrator miss, that this is the you need to enable the RADIUS auth and accounting on the FortiAuthenticator. So in the next video I will show you how to means face the user, how to configure the user groups, how to configure LDAP on the FortiAuthenticator. So thank you guys for watching video. We will meet in the next video.